When I first started, I was concerned because here I was giving up an entire emergency department, ICU, hospital setting, great job for mannequins as patients. And so I came in and I was like, oh my gosh, is this really what I want to do? You know, am I really making the right choice? Then I understood what we did. I got to know a little bit of what we do for other people. I realized that I am serving healthcare much better in my role now than I ever was as a director of emergency and critical care services. Now I'm developing people to become better healthcare providers and to prevent medical errors. So I feel like in my role now, I really could save a life. It's just a much more proactive approach to patient care.
Janice is very multifaceted as a boss. She's kind of everywhere in the center and plays multiple roles in her job here. She's the Chief Operations Officer, but I also know that she does accreditation for healthcare simulation. So she's traveling nationally, internationally for that. She's also a PhD student at Loma Linda, so she has class after work oftentimes. She's a mom and a wife, so she has a home life that she's balancing as well. Honestly, I don't know how she does it all.
Well, my husband is probably the most supportive person I've ever known. No, my parents are very supportive too. So I've got this awesome support system. I definitely wouldn't be able to do everything that I'm doing today or tomorrow without them.
Every time she comes home, it's like the whole house gets crazy. Even the dogs start barking and the cat starts meowing and everything's crazy because everybody's so excited that she gets home.
Hi. Oh, thanks for the flowers.
The energy level goes from here to about here.
It's just my nature to as soon as I get home, I want to go and do something with the kids. They've just been my checkpoint in my life and they keep me balanced. Very blunt. They tell me how it is and what I'm doing wrong and what I'm doing right. They're a compass, you know, to who I should be and who hopefully I will be. I don't know.
Her career was accelerated. I mean, if you ask a 32-year-old out of nursing school where they're at, I mean, she's gone through so many different levels. When she was working in the hospital, in the ER, and she went all the way up through management, and now she's starting on a different track. I mean, this is almost like a second career. I mean, this is very different from what she was doing before.
When I started working in simulation, I realized fairly quickly that it's not the skills of taking care of a patient so much as the communication that makes you a quality provider. It really opened my eyes in terms of the gaps in healthcare education, and not just nursing, but medical students, PAs, nurse practitioners, anybody that's graduating with the intent to work with other professions, and to me that's all of healthcare. I'd love to fill that gap. And so there's a lot of things that we've been discovering in simulation that leads to communication. And communication to me is interprofessionalism. I would love integrated curriculum between every single profession in healthcare. I think they should start off from the very beginning learning the same things. And I want to create that sort of environment, and for them to learn at a very early on to break all those stereotypes, so that when they do enter that hospital environment, they don't adopt the stereotypes of the culture that we've already developed, and they bring in a new culture which will lead to safe patient care. That's my dream.